I attended the first Regulation E tournament, the Peoria Regional Championship, and I dominated the tournament, going 16 wins and only 1 set loss the entire weekend, claiming the first place title. With a Terra Dragon Golden Go alongside Scarf Water Shifu, this is my Peoria Regional Championship team that I'll be featuring today. This is the team that I used to win the Peoria Regional Championship. Kind of crazy how the story of this team came to be. It started off a week before Peoria when they officially announced the Regulation E rule set of what everything was actually legal, stated. All the Pokemon were actually stated. So I actually went to building there because I was not going to build for a format that I couldn't 100% confirm what was legal and what was not. So ended up trying out a bunch of different teams leading up towards the event. It took about 50 teams that I tried that week leading up to Peoria Regionals, and it just was not working out. Nothing really worked out for me. I was not liking any of the teams I was trying. I even tried, for instance, a runner-up Luca, gave me a bunch of King Gambit teams he was theorizing for the event. I tried my friend Eduardo Cunha's team that he ended up winning the MSS with, but nothing was really clicking. There was always something that I always found a fault with for the teams that I was trying out. So was pretty much in a really bad position. Friday, I was driving up with Luca actually and my friend David. We were theorizing in the car what I could even bring. And there were 2 teams that ended up catching my interest. So there was one team from Japan that I saw a while back online, which had a very similar 6. It was 5 out of the same 6. Involved a Rocky Helmet Tornadus, a Detroit Scarf for Shifu, Nasty Plot Golden Go, a Solid Vest Rillaboom with Choice Bandit Arcanine and Water Ogerpon, very similar to the team that I used. And then another team that I saw, which was a Regulation D team by Luca Lucario, who ended up getting top 16 at the World Championship, utilizing the Golden Go Iron Hand, Chien Pao with Pelipper. And the idea of it was to get rain up. You have a Scarf or Shifu mode, but you also have a Nasty Plot Golden Go that could go really crazy with Iron Hands and the Moongus support. And the combinations just seemed nice. And I got to cast a tournament that Luca Lucario played in, and I was really impressed by the options that the team had. So I ended up deciding to fuse the 2 teams together with a few changes, because one of the problems I had with the Rillaboom on the original team is you have a grass type, and if you want to do the redirection with Golden Go mode, you bring the Ogerpon, you bring the Rillaboom, you bring the Golden Go, and having like triple flying week isn't super ideal for me. And I also didn't like the ice weakness that it just had with freeze dry. That seemed pretty problematic because a lot of my team was already weak to freeze dry. So I ended up going with the Iron Hands instead, which I thought was way more helpful. And Grassy Glide spam with the Rillaboom and Fire Ogerpon with Swords Dance was super threatening, and I thought like I rather not give them A, more turns to reset Grassy Glide, and B, the fact that I like Iron Hands as a Pokemon because it helps out against opposing Tornadus and or Shifu, which I thought was like really nice at the time. Made a few adjustments, and for instance, having the Covert Cloak on Tornadus, something that I personally really liked, alongside the Terra Dragon on both the Tornadus and Golden Go, because Ogerpon has been such a threat in the current meta, where I thought like I want to resist the fire, water, and grass typings. I thought that it was probably the perfect usage of the Terra Dragon, and I thought it would be a really good adjustment going into Regulation E. So that is how I ended up forming this team, making some EV spreads, and that is what we formed. So there are 2 modes to this team that I'm going to mention. There is the Rain Dance Tornadus with Urshifu that I was really able to showcase on stream. It was able to do tons of damage with the Rain Dance. Surging Strikes had a lot of good pins too. Ogerpon could take advantage of the rain and do a lot of damage with Ivy Cudgel in the back, or Follow Me support for the heavy offensive parts. And then we also had the setup mode, which I also showcased in stream on my round 6 match with the Iron Hands, Golden Go, the Arcanine, and Ogerpon, having the fake outs for support with Golden Go, Intimidate, as well as Follow Me. Really strong mode if they can't really handle Golden Go, and both of these modes did extremely well at the tournament. I used Golden Go a little bit less, I think, overall, but still was able to win me a majority of my matches. And then the Urshifu Rain mode was super dominant in a lot of my other sets. If you want to know more about my tournament run, I will be making a team report on Victory Road, and that'll be linked in the description when it's ready. But otherwise, look forward to seeing that sometime soon in the future. But otherwise, let's get started and try out the team on the channel. Iron Hands, Landorus Fairy, Tornadus, Urshifu, Golden Go, and Sinistra. All right, so they have Sinistra, Golden Go, and some definitely annoying picks for me here, mainly just because don't really like dealing with a Sinistcha just makes this dynamic really weird because they have a trigger mode and then they have a tailwind mode, and it's kind of weird for me to play against. I think I guess my own Golden Go is really good in this matchup if I play it right. It's just I can't doesn't put in enough work right here. So I think I'm gonna do Golden Go right here. Golden Go seems pretty nice. Golden Go or Shifu seems pretty tempting. Like it actually really does. But I don't need that mode, I guess. Like, Urshifu's good against the Landis Fairy, and it also, like, threatens the Golden Go quite a bit, but I don't think I need it. I think I'm gonna do Golden Go plus maybe Arcanine or Ogerpon. I'm trying to figure out, like, if they lead their own Golden Go here plus Iron Hands, and I have to play if it's Specs or not, because it could be Specs on this team for all I know. I think I'm gonna do Golden Go plus Ogerpon as the lead, and then have Arcanine and Iron Hands in the back. I think that's pretty solid. Like just having that follow me option immediately. I get to scout for what they're gonna bring, and then like if I need to reposition with a Fake Out or Intimidate, I could just switch into it. So I don't think it's like that bad. And again, I think I'm gonna rely on Golden Go trying to win. It's just I gotta be careful about my Terra, because if they are set up Golden Go too, then I have to worry about like how much Make It Rain would do to me if they get the boost. So I would probably get knocked out, so something I don't want to exactly enjoy. We're gonna see the Golden Go Iron Hands, which is perfectly fine here. I'm leading my Golden Go plus my Ogerpon. We're gonna find Booster Energy. What? Okay. All right. Am I expecting Specs or am I expecting Nasty Plot? I feel like this lead shouts Specs. Actually, I really don't know. I think I'm just gonna protect Golden Go. I'm gonna swap into the Arcanine. If they Drain Punch, Make It Rain, or something of that nature, sure. But I have a feeling that this is just Fake Out Chadball. I'm having a big feeling that this is Specs Golden Go. Like, there's something in my soul that's telling me that this is Specs Golden Go, and that I should not play risky here and just go for a protect right here. And again, this team probably is better in a close sheep, probably because it's playing reactively against this is where it can struggle a little bit with this mode, or at least with the Golden Go mode. I could play more offensively with the Urshifu mode, but I can't really do it with the Golden Go because it usually requires me trying to figure out like if Golden Go's safe to set up, and I felt like it was just a better option here. So we'll protect the Golden Go. Let's see. If this is Make It Rain, could be a little bit annoying, but all right. It's going to be Fake Out does come out into the Arcanine. Are you Nasty Plot or not? It is just Nasty Plot. Okay. All right. That's unfortunate for me. Because I got the turn wrong. Very poorly. Yeah. Huh. I don't know how I want to do this now, because I don't know if they Terra or not. I do just want to... Maybe I should just Flare Blitz, Make It Rain. Because I do a lot of damage. I kind of want to have them Terra and I just Terra Blast the Golden Go. Do I want to do that? I could if I really want to. They could also go Landorus and Protect, which would be super safe for them. You know what? I'm already super down because, like, again, I didn't know the Golden Go set. I'll commit something. I'm hoping this is Terra Dragon. I blow it back, man. I really am hoping here. So we're gonna go for the Terra Fairy, Terra Blast. If I get it, it's gonna be super funny. If I don't get it, it's gonna be like one of the worst plays I've ever made. But let's see here. Oh, show me Terra Dragon. Show me Terra Dragon. Oh. No way. I'm insane. This better KO. Terra Blast, and I outsped too, which is really crucial. Choice Band, Terra Blast, Terra Fairy. This better KO or this move's trash. I'm so insane, man. Nasty Plot gonna come out from the Golden Go, get my +2. I knew I had to do something big to make a comeback, and yeah, they were definitely expecting Flare Blitz. I wonder if I could have made it Make It Rain plus Flare Blitz, because Choice Band Flare Blitz would still do a lot to Golden Go, even resisted, but we'll take it. Landorus gonna come in, which is not too surprising. They can't Terra anymore, so this is pretty safe for me to just protect the Golden Go. Probably swap into Ogerpon. I could also go Hands if I want to, but I think like just Ogerpon makes a lot of sense to me. Because I can just follow me, make it rain the next turn, or Shadow Ball even the lander slot. I'm probably going to Shadow Ball the lander slot because it catches Urshifu or hard punishes and more. Okay. Bring out the Ogerpon. Just protect right here. I can't believe I made that play. Stomping Tantrum is a protect, beautiful, and probably a Drain Punch, I'd imagine. Heavy Slam. Okay, I don't know what they were trying to cover. Oh, I guess they were just trying to hit the Arcanine because Arcanine was Terra Fairy. I thought they were trying to cover Switch, and I'm like, I don't think I have anything for the Heavy Slam that like wasn't already Hands or Ogerpon, so ends up working out. Just gonna Shadow Ball follow me. Battle gonna be forfeited. I can't believe I did that. I just called a Terra Fairy, Terra Blasted, risked it all right there, but I was already in a dangerous spot, and sometimes you have to make those risks in order to win the game, and thankfully my intuition is something. I have no idea why I'm facing like a 10,000, almost 10,000 rated. Like, I'm actually pretty decently high up. Like, okay. Empoleon, Xianpao, Dragonite. This is actually pretty scary. With Iron Hands, Fire Ogerpon, and the Landis variant. Yeah, this is actually a pretty scary matchup. Xianpao, Dragonite's a little bit tricky. I mean, I have tools against it. It's just like, it's kind of awkward. How do I want to position this? Do I even want Water Ogerpon? I probably don't even want Water Ogerpon. Iron Hands is really good into this. I think I have to bring Arcanine. I want to bring Urshifu because I actually yeah, I think I have to bring Urshifu. Urshifu is pretty good here. Urshifu Golden Go seems really nice here. I could also lead like Urshifu plus Iron Hands, which isn't too bad. I think I'm going to have Iron Hands though in the back and Arcanine as pivots. Because I think Urshifu can play really well offensively against the team. And that's what I'm going to try to utilize. I don't think I can set up Golden Go right away against this team. I kind of want to see if I can bait them to lock in Extreme Speed, because if I can bait them to lock in Extreme Speed and I switch into Golden Go on like a Choice Banded Dragonite, it's a money position, so I'll take it. I also want to threaten Scarf Landers, and I want to like kind of pressure the Fire Ogerpon, because Fire Ogerpon's a little bit scary for my team. The Hisuian Arcanine is really good for the Intimidate, which is going to be important here. I imagine it's multi-skill Dragonite. This is the case, because I don't think you're running Empoleon with Xianpao Dragonite if it's Inner Focus Dragonite, or I mean you can, I suppose, but it's like I think it covers the weakness better if it's multi-scale, and multi-scale is such a good ability on Dragonite, but we'll see. We're gonna see the, what is that? That is Empoleon and the Fire Ogerpon, so interesting. Okay, so I have a few tools that I can go for here. I think I'm just gonna U-turn out the Ogerpon and just go for Protect with my Golden Go. I don't want to Terra, like, even though I could Terra against these two Pokemon, which are, you know, really good, that I could just go for that Terra option. Terra Dragon would allow me to kind of, it doesn't let me wall the Empoleon if it has Ice Beam or even Icy Wind, but it allows me to wall the Fire, Water, Grass moves. But I think just going to Iron Hands and U-turn is pretty good. I get to scout for the Fire Ogerpon attack. They're in a really awkward spot, I'd say. No Terra is going to be committed right here. SD would be a little bit concerning. That's the only one I'm a little bit scared of. Here comes a U-turn. Get a bit of chip damage because that might put in range of Terra Surging Strikes if I need to go for it later on. We're going out into our Iron Hands here. I guess Empoleon could also have access to Haze, so I might not want to target it, but we'll see. A Stomping Tantrum with that Fire Ogerpon. Okay, I'm going to have to watch out for that. And Yawn. All right. Interesting. So they're covering for the Terra options. I don't like that they have Stomping Tantrum. That actually screws up a lot of my plans, ironically. I think I'm just going to go out back into Urshifu. This is where it gets weird because they can actually like threaten a lot of damage here. I could also, I don't want to switch into Arcanine. That's my problem. I might have to Terra here. This is actually a really weird position. I'm going into Urshifu, I think. And you know what? I think I might have to go for the Nasty Plot. As much as I really don't like this Nasty Plot, I think it's probably my best option here. Since it's Yawn and Empoleon, it's just making it really awkward for me here. So we'll go into Urshifu. We'll go for a Nasty Plot. If they go for a Grass move, it's going to do a ton of damage, and I'm going to lose my Urshifu, which is my best answer to Xianpao. But I do have answers against the Xianpao. If I get rid of the Empoleon, I can actually use my Arcanine to more effective use. So let's see, how is it going to perform? We'll go for Terra Dragon. It's just actually a really weird game. because they actually have like tools that are decently good against me. They go for a Horn Leech, covering for their Urshifu. I actually thought about switching an Urshifu for that slot, so I'm really glad that did not happen. And we're gonna see the Nasty Plot come out from the Golden Go. Okay. Chillin' Water. Okay, was not expecting that one. That works. I get my Urshifu for basically free at this point. I really want damaging that Empoleon. That Empoleon's really threatening. So I'm just going to go for a U-turn and I'm going to go... Actually, maybe I should Nasty Plot again. I could Nasty Plot again because I'm not KOing the Empoleon anyway with +2 Shadow Ball. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go for a Nasty Plot again. It might be a bit greedy, but like I get an Iron Hands, I can fake out. I don't think it's like a bad play at all for the most part. They also, again, if they're Yawn Chilling Water, I don't think they have Ice Beam for coverage. Maybe they have Icy Wind, but it's not Ice Beam for sure. So we'll see how this goes. They could try to call the Iron Hands coming in again, which is fine. I wonder how bulky they are. I imagine they live Surging Strikes, at least one of them. Because, yeah, I'd imagine they live one. U-turn going to come out, so I'm just getting more chip into the Fire Ogre Pond because it's negating that Horn Leech recovery that it keeps getting from going for Horn Leech. I'm going out into my Iron Hands. I can't go my Arcanine just yet. I do want to start getting rid of that Empoleon though, if possible. Zombie Tantrum, good play on their part. They do cover. I have been kind of a little bit safe with that. Nasty Plot going to come out this time. All right. Yawn here would be pretty scary. Let's see if that's the case. No, they actually do fire off the Icy Wind, so that's fine. Yeah, because it doesn't do that much damage to Golden Go, as you see. It looks like it's a full support Empoleon. I don't think speed's going to matter for these two, at least in the game. Shouldn't... Yeah, unless the Dragonite was, like, not having any speed investment. Maybe an Iron Hand situation later, but that's really not a factor. Okay. Gonna go for a Drain Punch into Empoleon. I think I could go for Make It Rain, and I think I KO here, unless they go for Horn Leech, which I think is fine. Oh wait, no, I don't KO the Empoleon because it's quad resisted. But it punishes any switch, so they want to make a defensive play. It works out. I also don't want to fake out in a Spiky Shield potentially. Yeah, like they do here, so it ends up working out. And actually, if I don't KO the Empoleon, then I pin a double knockout the next turn. So I'm actually really happy about this turn. They do go for the Icy Wind again. Golden Go is taking a decent amount of damage. I do have to respect that. But I will at least recover a bit of HP with the hands. They Make It Rain. Still going to do an okay amount to that Empoleon, you know? So it's still pretty solid damage. Yeah, for +4 resisted, like, I'll take it. Drain Punch should not KO, but that is going to be a lot of good health back. Yeah, excellent. Because again, getting rid of that Empoleon is actually really nice for my team in general. I thought that was weakness policy. I'm like, what set is this support weakness policy? But that works out huge for me. Okay. Now I kind of just want to... Do I want to take the knockout? I'm a little bit worried about how much Ivy Cudgel into Icy Wind would do. I think that actually would knock out the Golden Go. So I actually think I want to Drain Punch the Ogre Pond, and I just want to protect. I think with the extra leftovers recovery, I guarantee the survival. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do think that would be the case here. If they go for an attack in the Iron Hand, so be it. That's all right. Yawn is the only weird situation here. But I don't know if they're going to Yawn, because they might actually just try to Icy Wind, get rid of the Golden Go. The Golden Go's been such a big threat to them. They can't switch out, really, because I pressure a lot with Make It Rain. We're going to see the Terra Fire? All right. So they lock in a Terra Fire, which means I don't have to worry about Dragonite in the late game with Terra. Ivy Cudgel is going to hurt a lot, but I guess like if they go for Ivy Cudgel, then I just bring in Urshifu and I click Surging, so I guess it's not awful. Okay, we protect our Golden Go. Let's see. I don't think I need Golden Go for the rest of the game, but we'll find out. They go for Stomping Tantrum. They target down the... Okay. Oh, is this Yawn then? It is Yawn. Ugh. No, they went for Icy Wind. So they did double the Golden Go like anticipated. They just ended up using more power here, which is perfectly fine. Okay. Nice. And we're able to go for a Drain Punch into the Ogre Pond. So much health recovery back, which is absolutely fantastic right here. Now we can go for a... I want to Drain Punch KO this Empoleon, because Empoleon most likely can't protect. It most likely is just like... We saw Chilling Water, Ice Beam, Yawn. Like, I think I'm just going to go for the target here. I think Golden Go goes down to a double up, which is fine. Like, Golden Go's done its job of breaking through the Empoleon. And since I Terra'd, like the only mon I would use it for is for hands, but I think I could break through hands with like, if I just break through the team quick enough. So it's like a 2v1 or 3v1 situation. We're gonna go for a Shadow Ball plus a Drain Punch here, because I want the recovery from Empoleon. Resident Empoleon Retreat, which is a surprising one. Oh, is this Xianpao? If Xianpao, it's really interesting. Yeah, they're going for the Sword of Ruin attack here. Interesting. So I'll gladly take that because I get a free Drain Punch. Oh, wow. So my Iron Hands is pretty bulky. With the Ivy Cudgel, might have been a roll depending on like their investment, but like I'll take that. That was the best case possible. If I actually no, if I clicked Make It Rain, it was the best case possible. I'm actually really surprised they made the super aggressive play like that. Yeah, Ivy Cudgel is stronger here because of their Terra. I do get the Drain Punch into the Xianpao, pick up the Focus Sash, which is great for me because I get all the recovery back from the Xianpao. So now it's in range of my Urshifu. I don't have to worry about Surging Strikes not KOing the Xianpao. So very nice. It's also an extreme speed range, and since they already committed to Terra, I'm in a fantastic spot. So let's see if Empoleon's coming back in, but most likely I'd imagine it's the last Pokemon being revealed here, and I just sack Iron Hands and bring out like Urshifu or my Arcanine at this point. We're gonna see the Dragonite come out. Yep, perfectly fine. I don't need Golden Go anymore. I could sack, but I don't think there's a reason to go for a sack right here. I'm just gonna actually wait. They can. No, the only way. Well, they could get double knockout here with Stomping Tantrum from the Dragonite plus a Icicle Crash into Golden Go. So my best play here is just to. Do I want to swap? No, I think I want to stay in. I think I'm just gonna sack my Iron Hands. I'm gonna go for a Drain Punch into the Xianpao, and I'm just gonna protect the Golden Go. Because then I can bring in Arcanine, click Extreme Speed into Xianpao, and I should be fine. They go for Crash in the hands. Interesting. Doesn't KO. Outrage. So that's what they're locking into. All right. That actually could get ugly if we... Yeah, if we flinch, it could get ugly. Huh. All right. This is where it gets awkward. I'm going Arcanine, I guess. That's actually really, really bad. Really, really bad. I'm going into Arcanine. And... Wait, this could be awful. I think it depends on if Crash knocks out the Golden Go at -1. Okay, it is multi-skill Dragonite. Yeah, they did Crash. I do survive with that Clutch Intimidate. Those leftovers was Clutch. They do Outrage. It does hit my Golden Go, but I'll gladly take that because if I flinch with Golden Go, that would have been a worse situation because they got the damage into Arcanine. I'll gladly take that position. Okay, I'm going to go out into Urshifu here. And I just always get a free knockout into the Xianpao with a... Do I want a U-turn? I think I always Rock Slide here. I just don't know what I'm doing here with Urshifu. I want to switch out in the hands, or do I just want to go on the offense? I think I'd rather just go for a U-turn in the Xianpao. They go for a Sucker Punch, last ditch. Yep. It actually does do a lot of damage, but it's fine. Go for the U-turn. KO the Xianpao because now I have Rock Slide Pressure plus Fake Out with Iron Hands if Iron Hands survives the turn. If it doesn't, that's still probably okay as long as Arcanine should live this -1 Outrage from the Choice Banded Xianpao, so I should be fine here. Iron Hands, Rock Slide, really good damage. They do Outrage, they do get me, but perfectly fine. All right, let's see if that should be Choice Banded Arcanine, should be or Choice Band Dragonite. They are confused. I think it's Choice Band, right? Yeah, probably. No Lumberry. So we go out into our Urshifu as they go Empoleon. They committed their Terra on the Ogre Pawn earlier, so I should just be able to win here by clicking. Surging Strikes gets the Empoleon at that range, right? I'm pretty confident it does. I'm locking into Surging Strikes. I could close combat. I'm just worried if they crit my Arcanine and then crit my Urshifu. Or like hit my Urshifu at -2. Actually, no, I'm Surging Strikes. I'm pretty sure it KOs. Hold on. Let's see. One. Am I? I think I am, right? That does KO. I'm like very confident. Yeah, okay, it does. Perfect. And even then, like, my Arcanine was fast in Dragonite. I just need to hit 1 out of 2 Rock Slides because it looked like the Rock Slide was doing a 50% to the Dragonite. So just hit the Rock Slide and we're good. We do. We do. Thank you, Arcanine. That is the Dragonite gone, and that is a good game. Oh. Actually, it was pretty scary. That actually was pretty scary. The Shampoo offense stuff with Empoleon, it just made it really weird because I would try to intimidate those matchups, and then the competitive Empoleon, the Yawn kind of put me in an awkward position. There was the Icy Wind. Luckily, the Chilling Water just did nothing, thankfully. But Golden Go with the Clutch Survival and was able to get to absorb the attack, so Arcanine didn't take that Outrage from the Sword of Ruin. That would have been disastrous. Only if I flinch with Golden Go though. But I felt like I played pretty well. I used Golden Go as an opening tool to get rid of Empoleon and get, like, you know, some pretty good damage into Ogerpon, which allowed me to set up for my end game of the Urshifu in the back. All right, we have Fluttermane, the Water Ogerpon, Urshifu, Landorus Incarnate Form, Hisuian Arcanine, and the Iron Hands. Definitely got some pretty scary Pokemon. They have the Urshifu, they have the Water Ogerpon. I do think we have a pretty decent matchup. I'm pretty sure I'm just able to lead Iron Hands plus Urshifu and get some really good pins for the most part. I don't really see a problem with that. They really do not like this combination at all. And then in the back, I'm trying to figure out how else I would want to play this. A Torn looks really good here. It helps to cover for the Water Ogerpon. My own Ogerpon is a pretty solid switch for the most part. Although Arcanine with Intimidate seems really good as well. I think I'm going to go with Torn just because I like having a ground immunity, which is really nice. I'm going to bring the Arcanine because I think it's a nice switch in for that Intimidate against the Water Ogerpon. And let's just see how well it performs here, because I think I should be able to have a lot of pins. Granted, there could be like Speed Booster on the Fluttermane, which could make the matchup a little bit awkward, especially if it has like a Terra Grass, because if it's Terra Grass, like, I don't have the open team sheet, so I can't really say anything about it too much. We're going to see the Fluttermane Landorus, which I'll definitely take here, so let's find out what the Fluttermane is. If it is Specs, that would make it a lot easier here. It is Booster Energy. Let's see if it's Speed Booster. It is going to be, yep, it is Speed Booster. Okay, so got a few things I can imagine. I could go for the Fake Out immediately, but I just don't see a reason to go for the Fake Out. I like the idea of just going out for a Heavy Slam immediately into the Fluttermane. I don't think you're going to go for Icy Wind plus the attack right here, because I could just Fake Out your Landorus and I can Surging Strikes the Fluttermane. So I think Water Ogerpon might be trying to switch in for a slot here. I don't know into which slot though, which is the question. I think I'm just going to draw off a Heavy Slam into Fluttermane, and I'm just going to go out into the Tornadus here as a double out here, which I think is probably like a good mid ground here, because I'm trying to scout for the Water Ogerpon, but I don't want to commit U-turn or Terra because I don't have to at the moment. I'd imagine that this is probably Water Ogerpon trying to switch in. Yeah, like on the Lander slot. Fluttermane Protect would make a lot of sense here too, so I'm okay with that. Or Iron Hands comes out. Okay. I would have liked getting Surging Strikes damage, but I'll take it. Okay. They do actually just go straight for the Icy Wind, so that's perfect. That's perfect. I get a free Heavy Slam KO and a Fluttermane. Like, I wasn't sure if they're going to leave their Fluttermane open, but I'll gladly take the Heavy Slam knockout into Fluttermane. Ooh, goodbye Fluttermane. That is amazing for me. Okay. Really, really solid turn. I'm able to get some pretty solid damage off. Did they not have Water Ogerpon? Because I feel like if you had Water Ogerpon, that was the time to switch in. The Lander's going to come back in, which is perfectly fine for me here. How am I getting damage here? I think I want to get Arcanine in for an Intimidate and Iron Hands, because I don't want to go down to Wall Charge. I think I just want to get chip damage. I either want to get chip damage to Iron Hands, or I want to take the KO on Landorus. I think I'm going to get chip damage into the Landorus because it means I don't have to commit Terra on my Urshifu. I'm going to Heavy Slam, and I'm going to go out into Arcanine here. Also, I might put the Landorus into range of Extreme Speed if I make this play, which I think is pretty good here. If they have Sandsear Storm and they just go for it, sure. Sure. Okay. I don't think it'd be that bad because I still have Urshifu that I could just go into and then Surging Strikes afterward, but I don't think it should be that case. They do just go for Nerve Power into the Iron Hands, which is... Wow! Oh, okay. I was about to say, there's no way I fought that one shot. It's a crit. Okay. Which is fine. Okay. And they go for a Wild Charge into the Arcanine. Perfectly fine. All right. So I'm going out into Urshifu here. And I think I'm just going to try to pin the slot as much as possible. I'm going to go for my Terra Water Surging Strikes, take the KO on Landorus. If this is Terra Water Landorus, I guess that's a problem, but not really much I could do. I'm just going to go straight forward and I think I'm just going to Flare Blitz the Landorus slot. I don't know if they have Urshifu or they have Water Ogerpon. I'm trying to cover for the Water Ogerpon. Another play I could have went for is just regular Terra Surging Strikes into the Landorus, and I guess like I could have went for Terra Fairy Terra Blast into the slot, which wouldn't have been bad. I should have won Drain Punch from Iron Hands, but okay, no Terra here from the or no Terra from the what's it called, the Landorus. So I'm actually pretty surprised. I don't know if they have the Water Ogerpon at this rate, or maybe it's Urshifu as the last. If it's their own Urshifu, I guess that's gonna be an interesting endgame, but we'll see. We do see a Terra come out. If this is Terra Water, like that crit was so annoying earlier. Okay, we do see the Terra. Is the Terra flying? Oh, Terra Poison. Interesting. Do I KO with Terra Water Surging Strikes? I guess we'll find out together, because I actually don't know this calc. And this is why I really want the Heavy Slam damage earlier, so it was really bad that they crit me, but let's see. I'm not getting the KO, it looks like, so that's unfortunate here. Yeah. That's close. I think I'm missing it barely, though. Yeah, I'm missing it barely. Unfortunate. Okay. Earth Power and Urshifu picks up the knock. Did they really just double crit me? Are you serious, man? Okay. Okay, that's just like how it goes sometimes. I mean, I don't think this one mattered. I'm assuming it's just Life of Sheer Force. The first one 100% mattered, though, on Iron Hands. I don't think you can actually one-shot Iron Hands with the Assault Vest, at least, with Life of Sheer Force. I'll even do the calc just now, because I'm pretty sure the game is over. Unless for some reason they don't have Urshifu. Well, I guess they did Terra, so maybe I could win this. But I don't think it's very likely. A wall charge to cover for a switch, I suppose. All right. I'm pretty sure I just lose to Iron Hands endgame, unless I don't even know what they could have. Oh, they did have their own Urshifu. Okay. So it made sense why they just weren't switching. Oh, it's the Dark Urshifu. Huh. Okay. Then I guess my play was to Terra to Arcanine and go for Terra Blast, because if I did lock into Terra Blast, I actually might have been in an okay position. All right. I'm gonna go for Bleak Wind. I'm gonna go for Flare Blitz into Iron Hands. My only hope is that they target the Tornadus for some reason. I live with Wicked Blow, and then yeah, like I just have to hope that they throw at this point. But unfortunate. Wait, what? Okay, crit the Iron Hands maybe, and survive the recoil. I don't think I could do both of that at the same time, unfortunately, unless I crit the Bleak Wind maybe. Okay. Yeah, I don't think Flare Blitz, I don't think it KOs at that range. Yeah, I just barely missed a knockout. Yeah. And I lose the recoil, and then I'm just getting wall charge. So let me just double check if Landorus Life of Sheer Force gets a knockout, because that's what I imagine is the case here. They Drain Punch to KO the Arcanine. All right. I mean, can I win? I think the Urshifu can't knock out my Tornadus at this range into Bleak Wind speed drop, and then we play a mind game, I guess. I think this should KO, though. Yeah, like I'd imagine so. So let me just double check on my Iron Hand spread, because I'm like pretty confident like I survived. I get the Heavy Slam damage off, then I don't even have to commit to Terra with my Urshifu, so I could actually go for that Terra Blast end game play. So like it's just like something that unfortunately just happened. Let me just double check, because I do want to know the calc. Okay, yeah, looking at the calc range, the Earth Power, it's a crit, unfortunately, so not much I could really do. If I got the Heavy Slam damage off in the Landers, I'm pretty sure I just win the game by like not tearing. I go for Surging Strikes, because I'm pretty sure the Heavy Slam would do about like 40% to the Landers. Surging Strikes would probably be able to KO. I don't have to commit to Terra. I could go for the Terra Blast Arcanine, but fortunately, because I did get crit, I just wasn't too sure on that, so I did have to go for the Terra Blast. I guess I could have maybe went for Extreme Speed, but even with Extreme Speed, I just don't think I actually have enough pressure in the end game to actually seal it up right there, unfortunately. All right, let's go over the games. In the first game, it was not looking pretty from that turn one. I got the call wrong on the set being a Nasty Plot Golden Go when I thought it'd be Choice Specs Golden Go, because the Booster Energy Iron Hands really threw me off. So with Tailwind, I thought they were going to be a Choice Spec set, and I thought they were going to lock in a Shadow Ball. But I ended up being able to come back in that match just because I gambled with my Terra Fairy Arcanine, went for the Terra Blast, caught them on the Terra Dragon Golden Go, and was able to seal up the victory there. in game 2 was a very complicated matchup because of the Empoleon Machine Powered Dragonite. I really like using the Arcanine Hisui to intimidate the Fire Ogerpon Chien Powered Dragonite stuff. And it was really hard to maneuver for the most case, but I was able to get Golden Go into good position. Thankfully, the Terra Dragon didn't end up hurting me too much later on. The clutch survival from Golden Go allowing me to not take a hit with the Hisuian Arcanine. And once I got rid of Empoleon, I was really just able to do a lot of damage with the Scarfer Shifu next to the Choice Band Arcanine. In game 3, I think it was pretty strong, the plays that I made. I think I would have had a really solid advantage if I was able to go for the Heavy Slam into the Landorus Incarnate, most likely getting 40% off, putting in range of Surging Strikes or Shifu, and not losing my Iron Hands would have been really nice because I ended up getting crit. Unfortunately, the crit did matter, and that's just the game of Pokemon sometimes. This team that I ended up formulating on the Friday night of the regional, it was a crazy journey. I did not think that I was going to do well. Even in the morning of the tournament, I thought that my matchups against the standard stuff, which I thought was going to be really difficult, and yes, they were very difficult, but I somehow was able to clutch it out and secured a win at the regional championship. Fantastic team overall. I absolutely did enjoy it. Had everything that I really liked in tools of a team. If you do want to try out, the rental code is on your screen. You can check out the details of the team down below in the description, and be on the lookout for my team report coming out on Victory Road coming sometime in the future. But otherwise, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.